with regard to this type of facts? What does the law say with regard to this type of facts? What does the law say with regard to this type of facts? If, for instance, the person is an armed robber, the person is an armed robber, and you came to your lawyer, you tell the lawyer, you know, I have no job. In fact, I don't know. He will ask you, are you an armed robber? You say yes. That I was among those that stole that thing. You have told him the truth. That is why you must tell your lawyer the truth. Then when you tell your lawyer the truth, he can ask you, what time did you go there? You can say it was around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. He can ask you, was there light? You say, no, there was no light. Okay, he will take all those things. Then when you go to court, somebody will come and say, I saw you, you came there, you are the one that did this thing. The defense lawyer will be listening. From what you have told him in chambers, you have already told him that you went there by 8 p.m. and that there was no light. Then the defense lawyer will ask that person who is saying that I saw you, what time was it? What time was it? The person will say, it is 8 p.m. Okay. Was there light? He said, no, there was no light. How did you see him when there was no light? How did you know that it is this man that you saw? You see, that is cross-examination. And at that stage, the court will start having a double mind. The court will start having a double mind. See him very well. Once a court starts having a double mind, once you have, that is the work of the defense lawyer, to put confusion in the mind of the court, to divide the mind of the court. Once you divide the mind of the court, the court start thinking, maybe it is that accused person, he is free. In the end, the court cannot convict him. That was why this Omotosho, he just did what the federal government wanted him to do. He just did what his federal government wanted, because in the court, there was nobody that came to court to say, Mazen Namdekono gave me this thing. Mazen Namdekono told me to. Nobody did that. Nobody did that. And the other day, I told you about what we call mens rea and actus reus, the mental element and the main act. You see, these things must be present before you convict anybody. They must be present. So you have to tell your lawyer the truth. This man they are bringing does not know the facts of Mazi Simon Ekpan's case. How can you now go and tell him what to say? He doesn't know the facts. Even he told him that he does not have the grasp of the legal system of Finland. Yes, I listened to that. They are listening. That's what he told them, that he does not have the grasp of the legal system of Finland. He was being
I don't know if he's an European lawyer, because the law states that foreign lawyers could come and defend, but you must understand the laws of the land, and you must have a license if you are practicing in that. Understand the law of a country, you can't file a motion. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Now, listen. I have told you that the time of filing motion or whatever is over. It is over. You cannot file anything now, because the time of appeal has gone. The time when he's supposed to file any whatever, he has gone. And besides, he has told them that he has no grasp. He has no grasp of the legal system. And again, he's not a lawyer in Finland. He was not called to the Finnish bar. So he cannot go there. He cannot appear in their court, because he was not called to the Finnish bar. Even if he can travel to Finland, he will be in the background. Maybe before they go to court, they can come to him and they can discuss. That is if the lawyers in Finland accept him. He cannot impose himself on them. And again, did Simon Ekpa tell him to come and represent him? Did Simon Ekpa ask Imam Madabu to go and look for a lawyer for him? These are the questions. Because this Imam Madabu and Ogenkere, they have started Kerry, my boss. You call Simon Ekpa my boss, yet you went and changed the documents of registration and made yourself the president. From president, you now made yourself the prime minister. See, so that is the height of betrayal. Both Ogenkere and the best of the same feather. Both of them committed treasonable offenses. So this lawyer will not have an audience. He will not have an audience in Finland because he's not called to the Finnish bar, and he has no grasp. He told them he has no grasp of the legal system of Finland.
Bro, can jukwa na my
Okay,
question?
barrister, biko when you echekwanle no lawyer nke anyị ka a na-ali ekwu, because I had that biko when you I was lost. Sorry about that.
We were so.
Yes, go on.
Barrister, ekelecha na m gị n'ụzọ pụrụ iche. Ihe nke a, thank God na-abatara ma amụtala m ihe na ka m gaba amụta. Ajụjụ mbụ m wụrụ dịka Imam Madabu and Ogenkere Biafra nwetakwara ike issue ha to court for damages. Maka I remember before this madness career, I'm na ihe na cabinet, but o nwere onye mkpọrọ gwa ya sị na ihe a Ogenkere na-eme, why not issue ye to American court for damages? Ya sị m na enweghị ike, so ka ọ bụrụkwa na report ya to police. Ya said that the law here doesn't work like that. So m sịkwa no dịka m hụrụ onye ọkaikpe ka m jụkwa na gị ajụjụ a. Then enwere oyibo ịsọrọ m sị ka maka ana m agwa people na ihe m nwere street
not have.
No.
What one cannot give what is that not.
No
So the
more
other
water,
question
thank
in the look, all because USB. I actually so much distractions. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
If not, Ogenkere can be sued. Ogenkere can be, in fact, criminal prosecutions can be taken against Ogenkere. What they are doing now in America here. Criminal prosecutions can be, but all because it will distract the government. The government is trying to be focused. We are being focused now for one particular thing. That is the reason why. And again, here is something that concerns damages. Damages all on civil, mostly in civil matters. Can damages, not in criminal matters. If Ogenkere is taken up now, or maybe for all these crimes they are doing, but later on, if we come down to Biafra land, he will answer. All of them will answer for what they are doing presently.
Oh. Thank you for that. I appreciate.
So anybody that wants to ask questions on the first segment of what we have said so far, you are still free to do that before we go to the second segment. Okay. So, Rose. Hello.
Barrister.
Yes.
This is Biafra TV.
Yes, go on.
There is something because you know you are barrister's English and some Latin word I cannot pronounce it. I want to play it. It's a 3-word line about this issue of this lawyer they brought. I want us to clarify more on the issue of us now have vice for a single case. This is how they call it number 1 on the issue of international arbitration. So I just want to play if I about my tongue. Then so for you to give us more insight or more explanation on it, so people should know that things that are happening in movements that's not they don't need to happen. So can I play it?
Yes, play. Let me hear.
Okay.
International law, there is no global law license that
Are you hearing it?
to walk into any country and practice law. Generally, the right to practice law is governed by the domestic laws of each individual country rather than a single international treaty. However, depending on the type of case and the country's specific rules, a lawyer can often travel to handle legal matters through one of the following legal pathways. 1. Pro hac vice.
Pro hac vice, yeah.
Many jurisdictions allow a foreign lawyer to participate in a specific case through a process called pro hac vice, Latin for this occasion.
Yeah, this is the area I want you to give us more insight on it. I hope you had it clearly.
Yes. What he was saying is that you have to practice law based on the domestic laws of that country. Both on the domestic law, but under international law, there are some certain principles of law that are general.
Okay.
There's some principles of law that are of what we call general application, universal application. In this case of abroad, not come to Finland and say he wants to have access or audience to their court because he's not a member of that bar. Whatever he wants to do, if there is any, it will be advisory. Maybe he can write to, if they want him to write to European European Union or to anybody, he can do that. He can write to them, but not in terms of that he's representing the Biafran government. He cannot write that he's presenting the Biafran government. He can write as a single reason because BGC is not a government. BGC is not a government. It's just a body of people that are not representing the Biafran people.
Okay, thank you so much. That is all I have for now. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, so
All right.
let us.
Barrister, do you mind to welcome external people, or you should after the program, after your teachings?
Anybody that wants to ask question on this first segment can ask now.
Okay, because I have not sent the link to anybody.
Okay, no, that one will be after everything. Yes. So let us go over to the and worshippers were burnt in the churches. Even the damage was so much that people were burned to dust. People were burned to dust. You see, and they even went to their houses and burnt people in their houses, locked people up in their houses. All these people are Christians. But the media in Nigeria did not report it. They did not report it. What they reported was that Muslims were killed, trying to give the impression that maybe they are killing everybody. It is not only Christian communities are being attacked in Taraba. But the Nigerian media will not report it. They can never report it. And if they do not report it, you will not know what is going on. You see? That is why anybody who is a well-meaning Biafran, you must spread the gospel that we have left Nigeria. Since we declared our independence, we are no longer part of Nigeria. Nobody should fall into that temptation. They will go to the media now and start saying, don't worry, we are going to have a new Nigeria. We will do this, we will do that. No, you should not listen to all those traps. Don't listen to those trash. Shouldn't listen to it. See, that is what they have been using the media against the Igbos. They have been using the media against the Igbos. After the 66 coup in January, there was another one in July when Ironsi was killed. And they now started killing civilians in the northern part of Nigeria. Started killing civilians, Igbo civilians in northern Nigeria. So that is media conspiracy. And I appeal to Biafran independent media. All of you that are independent media, please, you must wake up more. Wake up more. Concentrate more on what is happening, security issues. Concentrate more on security issues and why we must stand behind USB. We must stand behind the government that has been that is now it's not true. They are not true. Like the in Kwara State, the number they gave is not the number. It's not the number. I'm sure that if the real number is known, people will marvel. But there's no how that the number is not more than 300. Those that were burned in the churches and they went to their homes and also locked them up and burned them up. But the Nigerian media will never report it because they are part of this media, this lobbying that is going on in America now. And you know, the philosophy of Tinubu, President Tinubu, his philosophy is what money cannot do, more money can do it. That is his philosophy. So he keeps on buying it, like the United Nations. There is a Fulani they will die put it under the rug. So we should make sure that whatever programs you are doing, send it towards the people that are avoid any person that is telling them Nigeria will be better, Nigeria will be better, Nigeria will be better. We are no longer part of Nigeria. We have exited Nigeria. What we are trying to do now is to consolidate the fact that we are no longer part of Nigeria. That is what we are trying to do now. So that is what I have to say on that on this second segment of it. Then the other one is the third segment is about sit at home. Biafrans, sit at home is a lawful exercise. Sit at home is civil resistance. It's a lawful activity. You have the right to sit at home, to rest in your house. You have the right. Nobody should force you. Nobody should cower you to come out when you don't want to come out. And for the avoidance of doubt, All the time we have been doing sit at home. Nobody is enforcing sit at home. Sit at home is not being enforced. Nobody is enforcing sit at home. I am saying this because of the announcement I had. What I don't know whether this is I don't know who made that public that video. Is it Angel whatever or is it Junior? I mean the other person that is called whatever they are from the Butuzo camp. They are the ones that made that video talking about enforcing sit at home. Nobody has been enforcing sit at home. Those things that look like enforcement, it is the Nigerian government that is doing them. There was somebody that was doing one of the sit at home, somebody was killed. But when they searched the man, they found the ID of DSS in his pocket. So which means that man is a DSS official. But they came to enforce sit at home. And when they do it, they say it is the Biafran people that are enforcing it. Nobody is enforcing sit at home. Sit at home is a lawful activity. You have the right to sit at home. You know how sit at home came about. When our people were protesting with ordinary flags, they were killed. They were killed as in many places, even in Port Harcourt during the first term of Trump, President Trump. People that were doing ordinary, jubilation that Trump won election. Nigerian army and police went there and shot them. We have a lot of instances, both at Mpo. So many people were killed at Mpo, at the Head Bridge, at Ngwa High School, where people were praying. Just because they are Biafrans, they went and shot them. So that is what gave rise to sit at home. Instead of protesting with ordinary flag and we are being shot and killed, the best thing is to sit at home, stay in your house and give that their protest. It's a legitimate way of protesting, which was used by Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi used it for the liberation of India. So we are not the first people that are using it. So nobody should listen to Soludo or any of these governors because they do not mean well. They do not mean well for us. Soludo does not mean well for us. I am so sure, I am convinced that all these things Soludo is doing, maybe they have promised him that he's going to be the first Igbo president. Yes, they may have promised him that. And that is why he's always against Peter Obi, that he's going to be the first Igbo president. And because of that, he's been going out causing so much harm and havoc on our people. So all I'm trying to say is that sit at home is lawful. It is civil resistance. It is civil disobedience. It is allowed. It is allowed. You stay in your home. It is a way of saying, I don't like I don't like the way we are being treated in this country. Marginalization, subjugation, and all other things which they are doing to us. When Goodluck Jonathan was in office, he made a sketch of the second Niger bridge. But when Buhari came in, Buhari removed that one and they brought another diagram for that bridge. The one Goodluck Jonathan made was that vessels will be passing under that bridge. That was why he made it to be high. But when Buhari came, Buhari brought it down so that no vessel can pass under it. That is the second Niger bridge you have there now. No vessel can pass under it. So our people should know these things, that this is not the country we should be. If we remain in Nigeria, our enemies, and they say Nigeria will be better, Nigeria will be better. Don't listen to any of them. They don't know what they are saying. because these Fulanis came from Futajalon Mountain in Guinea. That is where Ottoman Danfodio came in 1804. That is when he came into the Nigeria, the northern part of Nigeria, and eventually he deceived the Hausas and deceived the children of the Hausas and told their children their fathers are not practicing Islam the way it should be practiced, and made the children to kill their kings. All of you know the story of Afonja, how the Fulanis came to take over Ilori, have an emir of Ilori. The Yoruba man called Afonja brought in the Fulanis to help him fight his brother. And when they came in and they helped him, he subdued his brother, killed his brother. And he told them, okay, thank you. They gave them they drank and ate. I told them, okay, thank you. They said, okay. They left. And in the night, they came back and killed him and killed all his sons and took over Ilori. So that is the way the Fulanis, that is the way they work. They are very good at waiting. They are very good at waiting. And today, they are still carrying out that jihad of Ottoman Danfodio of 1804. That is what they are doing now. Because in their various mosques, they tell them, at least I've heard it from a lot of pastors from Middle Belt. They tell them that Nigeria belongs to Ottoman Danfodio. Nigeria belongs to, and I'm sure most of you have had some of the videos. That's what they indoctrinate them in the mosque. So, dear friends, we should not allow anybody to misdirect us or to divert our attention. All our attention will be on supporting the USB government, which is lawfully, by law, by legality. She is clothed with all legal paraphernalia as the leader. So we should support her, support the government, support the cabinet members, so that we can be free. There's nothing like freedom. Freedom is in fact is a possession that nobody can estimate. The value of freedom is inestimable. Nobody can estimate freedom, because we are not talking about ourselves. Freedom transcends family ties. It transcends business, friendship, and all those things. You are talking about the future of your race, the future of your race, so that your race will not be exterminated out of the earth. So sit at home must continue. Sit at home must continue. I would want the USB government to put more effort
the Quran 10. Here na agụgụdụrụ ha wee bụ mana ọjọọ sọ dịka ote Kristian na onwe ihe dị ya. Onye a na-ekwu na-ekwuchi ya ike ndị o nwere ike ịdọrọ ọtụtụ mkpụrụ obi. So onye ọbụla nwere ike ichite igo ọnụ na-akọndem data his teaching. Adị m ka ọ ga-adị mma. Ọrụkwa na ọ ga-adị mma ọ na-ewekwala iwe na-etinyere m ihe ebe.
Okay. Well, like you know what Gowon said. Gowon said that if he had known that the Igbos like money, that he wouldn't have gone to war, that he would have used money. So they are pumping in so much money. They are pumping in so much money into Igbo land now, and that is the reason why they have not brought up conditions that will make our people get something to do, economic opportunities, job placements. Our people don't have it. Before our brothers and sisters in the homeland can eat, they have to strive and strive and strive and strive. It is a deliberate policy of the caliphate and the Yoruba. Caliphate and Yoruba, they are working together. No, they are working together. So that our brother that is doing that, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing at all. Like we said, they are giving money. And all these things. They are giving them money, inducements. But I don't think they will go far. Our people should not be deceived. That is why I'm talking about media. There is going to be media war now. Media war. Media war. That is where our attention should be. To bring down these things. And they move forward. Oh God, let me say this thing in Igbo. Ndị a na-agba anyị ụkwụ nọ na like this abroad esi na-eme ya mụrụ n'ala Igbo. Oge adịla ma a ga-achọpụta ndị ga-eje kọọ ya ezigbote ihe, kọọ ya ihe, akụcha ya hụ, ọ gamadị nwe ọnụ ji ekwu ụka. Oge adịla ma a ga-eme that thing. Because we are fighting to survive. See, they just like Soludo, all these governors, they are working for the Fulani. They are not representing us. But they're supposed to represent us. But they are not doing it. They are not representing us. So that is my reply to that one. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Barrister, just hold on.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Barrister, we are hearing you.
Okay,
We are hearing
yes.
you. We are hearing
Yes.
you.
So that's what I'm saying. We should intensify our efforts at disseminating information to our people that they should totally and completely disregard anybody that is telling them about Islam. You know that our people are 100% Christians. Our people are 100% Christians. But because of this agenda they started in 1804, they are still pursuing it. They are still pursuing it. You see? And if you Google Abuja Declaration of 1989, you will see a lot of things when they started planning about all these things. And if you go to OIC, if you go to their this thing, you will find out what the requirements of countries that belong to that group. You see? And the Nigeria was put into OIC by Babangida. Babangida. That is the reason why they fought so hard to remove Goodluck Jonathan, because there are certain every country that belongs to OIC contributes an amount of money every year. Goodluck did not do it. Goodluck did not do it. If you don't do it for 10 years, they will strike out your name from the name of the country from OIC. Goodluck stayed there for 6 years. The 6 years he was there, he was not doing it. So that was why they fought so hard to remove Goodluck. Information is power, because the essence of the media is threefold. The work of the media is threefold: to educate, to inform, and to entertain. That is the work of the media: to educate, to inform, and to entertain. So we need to educate our people, tell them the dangers in anybody telling them that they should convert to Islam. That is not our nature. We are Christians, and 100% Christians. We are Christians. We are not Muslims.
Yeah, just to add something to what you said, Barrister. Sorry that when you were calling me, I was engaged on the other side.
Okay.
I was trying to send link to Pastor Rose.
Yes.
She was supposed to join us, but she came late, so I was busy on that. Anyway, not only I don't know the person that Mom Stella was talking about. I don't know the person to the next, but I don't think it's only one individual. We have some people that are pushing hard about this Igbo Muslim, and when you talk about media aspect of it, are coming from people from Southwest. Our own people, our own brothers are reluctant about it. That's just the fact. Some of us are not even talking about it. Some of us feel like it's not possible. Like we always neglect this kind of thing at the early stage before the thing will now move to another level. And once another level now is going to be federal government, not even state government, federal governments sponsoring it. Some governors are sponsoring it. They are behind it. This issue of Muslim something, because and Caliphate must have told them that this is going to help you in your political career. It was alleged that the governor of Imo State is actually doing very, very well on that. A former governor of Ebo State, he's the reason why what is going to Ebo State happening in Ebo State now is happening in Ebo State. Normally, Ebo State people are not, pushover, but because of federal government and government involvement, Fulanis can now walk into the community and massacre them, and get away with it. Why? Because of former governor of Ebo, who always pretend to go and give Thanksgiving in the church. Speaking of Christianity and who we are, that we are Christians and all that, people funding it and doing all they are doing today are many Christians. It's whole most of them are Muslim before he become governor. The one former governor of Ebo State, what's the name of that man? Omahi. The same people. Dave Omahi. The same people. So go, if you check on X, maybe if you have time, you will see some Yoruba's faceless accounts pushing that narrative. We have exposed some of them that are actually from Ogun State, some from Oyo State, pretending to know how to speak Igbo. But when you listen to their own Igbo language, you can see that they are not Igbo. So Yorubas are doing that because they want Igbo land to be like Kwara State. They are not happy. They're not happy because Fulanis are invading their home. No, but they're not happy that no community in Igbo land can be seen like the way Kwara State is now. And it's a very, if you ask them to choose if Fulani will stop, conquering them and dealing with them, or see an Igbo state, one Igbo, just our own land, one place, at least one, to be dominated by Fulani, they will choose to see Igbo land being dominated than even talking about how they will navigate their way out from this nonsense they have given to themselves. So it's up to us. It's up to us. Like I heard you saying that it's time for us to begin to fish out those people and question them, maybe Dofakanon or something like that. If there's anything, if there's anything beyond the Dofakanon, I think it's time for, because we can see it is not it's not as if somebody, oh, they may pamper you. No, they will start with friendship. We are peaceful religion. So anybody at this point in time, if you say the man tell you that Islam is not like that, it's peaceful. It's not true. That person, the way you feel about Boko Haram, now the way you are running away from Boko Haram, that's the way you should be running away from those ones. Because if they will start with, oh, we are peaceful, we don't have any, we don't see us as nobody will. We are different from them. Give them time, they will grow, they will start, having wide job on how looking for whom to devour. It is now that you need to monitor it. It is now that you need to do something about it. And they know that PM and Madam Monica wouldn't have allowed this kind of thing. That is number one. So I hope and I believe that USB government will put that into consideration. Those people that are not hiding their identity anymore, trying to lure our people to this conquest, we need to do something about it. If you keep quiet, people dead body in Kwara State today, by this time last 2 years, if you tell them, they will not believe that there will be a dead body, they will not be here by now. And I believe they must have, some of them must have come across issue of what happened in Kwara State, how they convert Kwara State to, Fulani, just hand it over to them. They just handed it over to them. They know those people, they couldn't do much. And when they mount this kind of pressure on you, you have to bow, have to begin to succumb, because nobody wants to fight, nobody wants to be tortured. But if you allow it to grow to that extent, then it becomes a problem. So I buy to your idea, Barrister. What you said is just spot on. You are right. We need to talk about it often, and government need to do something about it, because it's getting out of hand. We already know the outcome. Look at other places. That is. You don't need a prophet or prophetess to tell you what is going to fall on you. It is now that you have to do something without holding back. I'm not saying people should buy anybody anyhow. Let government decide. I'm not in a position to tell you what.
Yes. What you are saying is the proper thing to do. In fact, like I've talked about the place of the media, the media. The time has come when we are going to have covert media operations in Biafra land, covert media operations to awaken our people's sensibilities. When I mean covert media operations, there's a way you can. During the Civil War, the Biafran radio, in fact, it was in
mic. Let's hear from you.
Barrister, again, you have done marvel. Thank you so very much. Today is another explosive day. And I greet everybody. We are being educated, being informed, and also entertained, because you bring the Pascom video and the Pascom here. So you're doing a great job for Biafrans. I greet all the media warriors, all our media pichichis. Will I be able to mention all of you? Biafra Exodus, thank you. I salute. Real Biafra TV, thank you so very much. Thank you for your university. Mazi Rose, thank you. Ezekiel, are you still here? Ezekiel son, Madam Stella, what's his name? Humble Lion was here. If you're listening, I greet you. Because it's been, it's been a while I have. Anyway, Ada Simon, Wanyoma, Ndewo, because you know the media, you're helping build Biafra. So on one question, not a question, what I want to add to Madam Stella's question or observation, that one is very critical. It's I wish you know if it is a platform, because what I have this season, I have learned so much about Islam that I haven't in like 1,000 years of my life. These few months have opened my eyes, and it is deadly. It is what it is. Nothing growth, nothing about life, nothing about progress is around that thing. So it's good for our people to know the truth about that. And to be honest, because America has gotten they've gotten a bite. They don't have a big bite, but they've gotten a poisonous bite of this religion. They are into research. And what they are digging out is enough to get everybody awake. So having to make out time and deal with those issues that our people need to know. I have a few clips and videos here and there I can share for anybody that wants to do any exposition on that religion. Just let me know. I'll give you the ones I have so far come across. And another thing you said, sir, that is very important.
Madam Origin, you know what to do.
Yeah, sure. And our barrister. One thing you said today, we've been paraphrasing around it, but you nailed it very well. Is that day, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze stood up. He said that very first speech. That was what brought me to, if there is whatever I call it, I'm doing today, because she caught my attention. And let me say this. Everyone else, all the people, that basket, good sir, you put them inside one basket, whether it is Ogenkere or Madabum, which is the most, I think that man is about the most wicked about what is going on. I don't know if he is directly, because they told us that the late Buhari, whether dead one or dead two, or Jibril, whichever one he is, employed people inside the system. I'm beginning to think and feel that that man was among those directly employed, because what he's doing is unimaginable for an adult like him at his age and the level of reasoning that I expect of him. what he is doing is about the most dangerous. So what you say that day, Dr. Ngozo Rabueze stood and made that speech was the speech that called back so many people. They did it, the people that the Jubril or Buhari employed did it in the time of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. When they dispersed the whole, it looked like everybody ran helter-skelter. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa was able to rally people around. They wanted to do it again after they did that to Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. But Dr. Ngozo Rabueze immediately stood up, began to, calm people down, move down to Finland, redeclared Biafra. That alone made her the leader. Unless she say, okay, I'm busy, I can't handle this, let me give it to someone else. That alone, whether she is CBS or COS or DPM, whatever, that alone made her the leader. And anybody that have refused, because everybody have to make a choice, refused to follow her, have made up their mind to join the, what I keep saying, it, Finland had a red group. Finland had a red group that joined Russia to want to destroy Finland. Those people are the one I see as the Finland red group. And they can't be, I don't care what they are doing. So, sir, what I wanted you to highlight a little bit more is on when you were talking about, you said the law will not permit Ogenkere or even Imam Madabu to, because of Ogenkere's forgery, the forgery case he made that is on his head. It continues to be on his head. And Imam Madabu that has no basis, the CRC is not a government, and he is imposing himself on the people. All those has made them illegitimate. But because of why I'm trying to want you to highlight more on this is, you know that a lot of us, both those that are abroad and those that are still inside Biafra land, and now because there are two countries, Biafra land, our people are majorly in Biafra land and in Nigeria state. Because of the lawlessness of we were groomed in a state that is lawless. How can you help those at home to understand that the fact that these people are using Nigeria standard will not help our Biafra cause? How can we help our people at home? That's my question.
Yes. Yes, this is a very important area. You know, somebody asked me about whether somebody that who has been extraordinarily renditioned can be tried in the Nigerian court. I told him there's no jurisdiction. There's no jurisdiction because everything that comes into the court must come through lawful procedure, lawful process. Now, Ogenkere, who is an agent in the founding brigade. The founding brigade, that is the parent brigade, is that formed by Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister Batobie. In that brigade, everything is in black and white. Ogenkere is an agent who takes instruction from the principal. And the Imam Madabu was chairman of CRC that was dissolved. How can they be parading themselves, no, in a rather depraved and shameless manner? How can they be doing that? And some people are going to listen to them. That is why I am talking about having a media at home, that we let our people know what is happening. Ogenkere has no local standing to represent our people because his hands are soiled. His hands are soiled. I have said it that the law does not permit anybody to benefit from your own illegality. You cannot benefit from your own unlawful acts. What Ogenkere did was unlawful. He cannot be allowed to benefit from it. And now he is prime minister. Yet some people are still in that camp, his camp, listening to him. So these things are things we have to bring out to the people at home, because some of them don't know some of these things. They don't know some of these things. In that briggy, the founding briggy, the foundation briggy, which all of them were members. Ogenkere was there. Imam Madabu was there. Dr. Ngozi Orabueze was there. And other ministers, they were all there. Simon Ekpa was there. The chief of staff, the COS, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, was ahead of them. They were deferring to him. I mean to her. They were all deferring to her. And when Mazi Simon Ekpa, Prime Minister, was taken out, all of them, they were in limbo. They were not able to do anything. It was as if a vacuum was created until Dr. Ngozi Orabueze came up and started taking action, started making broadcasts, and they went on to redeclare Biafra. They were all there. They deferred to her, meaning that they have considered that she is the leader. So it is not debatable that these people are working for Nigeria. Both Ogenkere and this Imam Madabu, they're all working for Nigeria. Oh, don't mind these sanctimonious speeches they are making. They love Mazi Simon Ekpa. They do this, our prime minister, blah, blah. Those things are neither here nor there. They are working for the Nigerian government. And it is the work of our media, because a closed mouth is a closed destiny. If we close our mouth without speaking out, people will not know what is happening. So we need to carry out a media war, great media war at the homeland, to let people know that there is no road where Ogenkere is, and there is no road where Imam Madabu is. All of them are what we call a cul-de-sac. A cul-de-sac is a road. Once you enter it, you will not have a way to go out. You will be stuck there. That is what they are. They will not take Biafrans anywhere, because in the first place, nobody is going to deal with them, because they are illegal bodies. Ogenkere is an illegal body. Imam Madabu is an illegal body. How can you just get off from sleep? You form BGC. You call it Biafra Governing Council. You call it Briggy Governing Council. Who gave you the authority to form these bodies? These are the things we have to let our people know at the homeland. Who gave you the authority? Now, the self, what is the direction? What is the direction of the self-referendum that was carried out? I've tried to say what a referendum is here. That is a general vote of the electorate to decide a political question. A general vote of the electorate to decide a political question that was referred to it. The electorate. What is the direction of that self-referendum? The direction is to achieve USB. Yes, that is where that self-referendum was. That is the movement. That is the trajectory. The trajectory of the self-referendum is to achieve the declaration of USB. And who is at USB now? Is it Dr. Ngozi Orabueze? Is it Imam Madabu? Or is it Ogenkere? So these things are things we have to, emphasize on it, add great emphasis on it. It is Dr. Ngozi Orabueze that is the beneficiary of that self-referendum. That self-referendum pointed towards Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. She is the one that is protecting the Biafra mandate. Yes. And she is the one that is the surrogate. And she is the one that is the CCOS. Mazi Simon Ekpa mentioned, the Prime Minister mentioned surrogate to err on the side of surplusage, to make it abundantly clear that we should follow the proper source, because he knew that there were hounds, devils in that body, that they will raise up their ugly heads. But in spite of all doing all these things, they are still going about deceiving people, and some of us are following them, especially these ones in the so-called BGC, CRC. Some of them they marvel me. Eh? They cannot ask themselves critical questions. So please, let us put our concentration now in educating our people, because if you to be forewarned is to be forearmed. If you will educate our people, they will be on their guard when these people will come with their money, and all these people like these Christians. We are Christians. Right? Since the Igbo people are Christians. So that is what we are going to do. That is what I am asking the independent broadcasters to step up, and that is what I am asking United States government, United States of Biafra government to do in the homeland. Set up media, even if it is covert. They should be able to operate it in such a way that people may not even know where they are broadcasting from.
Barrister, biko ọ dị ka ịghọtaghị ihe m kwuru maka Islam. Ihe m kwuru bụ na onye ahụ na-agwa ndị be anyị the importance of Islam. Mgbe anyị ga na-emekwa na-edibọ nke ukwu ahụ ha na-ekwu duto na a na-abịa na-akwụ ha ụgwọ ihe dịka 10 million 5 million. Ọ na-eme even na my own village na romance
That time is over. That time is over. Let us. I need to inform some group bodies that will be working under the cover of anonymity. You wouldn't know where they are. You wouldn't know what they're doing.
I will ask my second question, Mama, before you continue, so that I don't forget it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, sir, my second question, this is also on the educative side of what we are doing. You mentioned why I'm asking this question is for you to highlight to Biafrans why this redeclaration and the referendum is like a lifeline for us. You said something that Nigeria and Finland, they do not have an extradition treaty, but can Finland, because I believe every country have the authority or the power to deport anybody that they think that they don't want in their country. If that is true, if Finland can do it, the fact that the government of the United States of Biafra could play in making sure our PM is protected. There, the government leverage.
Okay. Now, yes, like you said, every country has the right to deport anybody they feel that should not remain in their country. But the case of Simon Ekpa is a citizen of Finland, and Simon Ekpa has also renounced Nigeria. But because of very strange developments these days, the presence of Bianca Ojukwu, she's always she has been writing to Finland. She has been telling lies to Finland, and what Nigeria is doing. Tinubu's philosophy is what money cannot do, what more money can do, and nobody knows the amount of carrots they are dangling before Finland. I think our government, the USB government, should take up, do a proper, do a very strong letter to the Finnish authorities, reminding them that Simon Ekpa has denounced Nigeria long time ago. If possible, if they can refer to Finland authorities, they can refer to Finland authorities. That broadcast in where Simon Ekpa tore his Nigerian passports and where
Yeah,
he
the
returned.
video is already available, so
Yes.
people have access to the video already.
Yes, where he returned the medals he won for Nigeria. Those things will help. And another thing, that letter should be copied to the European Union. That letter should be copied to the American government. That letter should be also copied to the United Nations. No, yes, so that you know, when that step is taken, it will act as a check. It will act as a check on Finland, assuming that maybe that is what they want to do. Yes, assuming that, who knows what they want to do, because you know, Nigeria can do anything, and if we are not careful, Finland can also do anything the way they are now. The way they are now, because the reason why they are doing what they are doing is because of a commercial interest. Because of commercial interest, what an economic interest, what Nigeria has promised them, and what they are going to gain from Nigeria. After all, the oil is from Biafra land. The oil is from Biafra land. Port Harcourt, if you check, go back to history, but Port Harcourt was part of Owerri province during the colonial period. Owerri province, old Owerri province. So that is what our government should do, a letter to the Finnish authorities. You know, it is a sort of a preemptive, to preempt them, to be proactive, so that assuming they have such a thought, they will shelve it. They won't do it again. They won't do it again. And again, our government should also get their lawyers to prepare a suit, keep it pending. At any slightest suspicion that this is what Finland wants to do, they will take Finland to court so that the court can restrain them.
God
They can go
bless
to
you, my
ICJ.
brother.
They can
Please,
go to ICJ.
can I help you, sir? All
Yes.
these things has already been done. And please, all this is been already done. Our DPM and the cabinet, we have lawyers, they have done it. Even more and more evidence, everything, the video, the passport is already there.
Yes.
And we are not ordinary, we are not doing with ordinary lawyers. These are lawyers from the White House, from states. So everything is already been put place.
That's all right.
You know, so all this you are saying is just repeating, but thank you, but it has already been done. That's why let us not continue repeating it, just to tell the Biafrans and the whole world that we have already done it. Both first, both second, everything you are stating here is been done, and we have lawyers, not one, not two, not three, sent all. We have been sending every evidence is there. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That's what I wanted that to, you know, for Biafrans to know that they have a government, and that government is capable. That government have done it before. They have done it for Prime Minister Simon Ekpa before. I'm not going to go back to that. They have done it for several other, you know, Biafrans that were stuck, and they have what it takes. And that is what having a government is all about. Nobody would have done that. No Nigeria government will have saved us if not for our own government. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Pastor Rose.
They should continue doing it. They should continue farming it, farming that embers of what already they are doing. They should continue, because as at now, the matter is now in court. If there were